Hi, everybody. Welcome to Reality Buzz TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. So let's talk about Married at First Sight, about the other couples, because we've been talking about Nelisa and Themba. And listen, every time I watch their scenes, I'm seeing more and more things to talk about, but let's put them aside and talk about the others. So let's talk about Nelisa and Themba. Nelisa and Timber, they were one of the two couples that I thought had, a chance of working out. It was Themba and Palisa, and then it was Nelisa and Timber. When Nelisa walked down the aisle and Themba was standing there, when he turned around and saw her, it was like, okay, love at first sight. The families, loved. Themba's family loved. Nelisa's family, they loved Themba, and Nelisa's son loved Themba. It was all perfect. Okay. Their wedding night, they were all in. Okay. They did all of the things. Okay. And there are the couple that, like, they are more open about what's happening with their relationship. I think they're being honest. Now, when Themba was talking about the baby mama, I remember when he was doing the intro and he said, like when you've been with somebody for so long, sometimes you just find yourself calling this person, like you see something and you want to talk about it or you want to share, and then you call this person and you have forgotten that you are no longer with this person. I had thought that, this one is trying to prepare us. And I guess at some point he will prepare Nelisa for the time when he is going to be calling the baby mama when he shouldn't. And then he's going to use this. Because remember I had said, Wuti, I'm just so used to calling her. So I did think, you guys, that was a red flag, that it sounded like he had a relationship with the baby mama that he wasn't totally over. I feel like these men were in relationships and they didn't end those relationships to get into these relationships here, which makes it feel like the show is just not really what we think it is. So, but you guys, I think when you met Nelisa, I think the difference between Themba and Themba is that it feels like when Themba met Nelisa, he really liked Nelisa. So only now he's trying to break up with the baby mom. I really believe that only now he is trying to break up with the baby mom, because you can't tell me that, guys, if he says last year he was, he took a trip with his baby mom, when did they shoot the show? So yeah, like he went on a trip with the baby mama. So I feel like that relationship was not over. Somebody said that maybe they were going through a rough patch, and then he went on the show, which is possible. But I do think that he does like Nelisa, and I think Nelisa likes him. Nelisa abavile all in, all in. Unelisa lomngani lo oba worried ngaye when she meets a new guy, because she just dives. She just dives in. So yes, you guys, there are moments when I'm worried about Nelisa, but then I do feel like maybe there is hope. I'm just like scared now, because I thought that Themba was a good guy, and then now I'm realizing he's actually the opposite of a good guy. So I don't know. I'm watching Nelisa and Themba, feeling like I wonder if this is what I'm seeing. It is really what it is. Okay. I do like the fact that Nelisa is all in. I've heard people say that she's doing too much. She's becoming a pick me. I feel like, you guys, in the internet, like, over the period where we get a new term that is not really a new term, but it becomes like it's almost like a new word for everybody. It's like we were not used to using this word. Now we use it too much. And one of those words is a narcissist right now. Everybody is a narcissist. So that's why I avoid saying that somebody is a narcissist, because it's so easy to go into that and say umuntu uyi narcissist, because that's just like everybody right now is a narcissist. And it's like everybody that breaks up with their ex, the ex is a narcissist. What if you are an ex? So you understand what I'm saying? So one of those words is a pick me. People have been saying that Nelisa is a pick me. And I struggle with that term, a pick me, you guys, because are you a pick me if you enter into a relationship and you really like think, okay, I want to give this my all. So I am going to go all in so that I make sure that if it doesn't work out, I don't feel like I should have done more, you know? Does that mean that you are a pick me? If you go to your husband's family home and you are all respectful, and whatever they instruct you to do, you do it. And if you have something to ask, you asking very politely. When you're speaking to your mother-in-law, you are speaking to your mother-in-law polite. Is that being a pick me? You know? So I don't know. I feel like sometimes the pick me term, we use it wrongly. When a person is just like committed to something, then they are a pick me. If I'm at home and my husband comes home and I stand by the door, and when he comes by the door, I take his bag and I put it somewhere, and then I offer him something to drink, and then he sits on the couch and I take off his shoes, and then I ask him, do you need something to eat? And then I make him something to eat and I put it in a tray and I put right in front of him. Is that me being a pick me, or is that me just taking care of my husband? So I feel like sometimes when you do your absolute best to try and make sure the situation works, then you are called a pick me. So somebody needs to come into the comment section and define a pick me, because I feel like people are using the pick me term on Nelisa, and I don't necessarily see that. I feel like she is going in like with everything. There are times when I feel like, you know what, you need to be careful. But I don't feel like she's being a pick me. I just feel like she is just like risking it all for this experiment. And then the people are also using the pick me term on Balisa, And I don't know, you guys, I just don't see it that way. But maybe in the comment section, you will make me see it. So I did like Nelisa's interaction with the family. Oh, lovely family, you guys. Lovely family. Tongas are usually very nice to meet as families. I feel like that. I feel like they are always so welcoming, And yes, there's a baby mama situation, but the mother, Themba's mother did assure her that they did break up. I liked it when I heard it from the mother, because I felt like the mother's going to tell the truth. So the mother said that, yes, they had kids, they paid in Tlaulo and everything, and they did try to make the relationship work. Even the parents did get involved to try and resolve the issues, and it didn't work, so they broke up. I don't know if the mother is just saying it because she likes Nelisa so much, because I do think that the family does like Nelisa. So I don't know, but I did feel like, you know what? No, man, the mother is not going to lie. They did break up. But, maybe they just liked Nelisa. So I did like the whole courtesan situation. And she really gave it her best. Also, it's nice when you are not going to stay with the family, because then you can just go and cotiza. But to men, you are so you just go and cotiza and just pretend to be this nice makoti, and then off you go. That's why, listen, you guys, even if you are planning to be a stay-at-home wife, but when you get around the time that you get married, get a job. So that you get married, you stay for a week, the next week you're like, Mama Zala, I have to go back to work so that you can live. You understand what I'm saying? So even if you plan to be a stay-at-home wife, just have a job around the wedding so that you don't go this too long, okay? You just go and be like, out, okay? And then later on, when you really have your own house, now they can't really force you to kotisa during the holidays. You understand? So don't be a stay-at-home girlfriend and get married while you're a stay-at-home girlfriend, because this man is going to take you to his home and you get married and he leaves you there to go to work, and then for another 3 months you are kotizing. Okay, it's a tip for you. Okay, just get, even if it's not a permanent job, just get a job around the time when you are getting married. You understand? So you can avoid the kotizing too long. Okay, anyway, you guys, I'm still hopeful. Even though I'm still hopeful for Nelisa and Themba. Now, when it comes to Bongani, you guys, like, I just want somebody to put Bongani out of his misery, because I can see Bongani really doing his best with Porsha, but Porsha is not there. I loved Bongani's sisters, especially them saying that, have you given her money? I thought it was the funniest thing. And I thought they're one of those sisters-in-law where they would have your back as their sister-in-law. But if Bongani was my brother, I would hold back with that information. I wouldn't push the money thing first. I would want to know first, does this person even like my brother? You know, before I push for money. If I knew that my brother had money, and even if I wanted him to be generous with his money to his wife, but I would hold on to that until I can see that, okay, this person genuinely loves my brother. Now, with the money being mentioned, now Porsha is even calling Bongani baby all of a sudden just because they're mentioning money. So I'm like, is she now warming up to the idea of, liking and loving Bongani? Or is it because of the man? Because guys, listen, okay, but mine sometimes iveli. So that's the issue, is that, is Porsha now changing her mind about Bongani because of the money? Or really honestly because they are spending so much time together, now she's warming up to the idea of being his wife. But I honestly just want somebody to rescue Bongani and do a redo for him, where they find him another match and he starts over, because Porsha is not it. Okay, Porsha is not it. I was very shocked if they are saying that Bongani is still with Porsha, because I don't see it, but okay, we've been shocked before. Okay, anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think about these two couples in the comment section. Okay, like the video before Pumagona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Tanaka.